are you doing? Today I'm wearing a little bit different costume. I will show it to you. Here it says oiso, and it says here oiso too. Do we have brothers and sisters? Our community racing, we have 3 sisters. Yes, 3 sisters called sister cities. One in France, Montélimar, France. One in Denmark, Aalborg, Denmark. And the third one is in Japan, and Oiso, Japan. They are all our sister cities. And here, Oiso, this Oiso. The reason I'm wearing it today is O means large, big, and Iso is like a beach. Okay? And today's Kamishibai is something to do with ocean. And I said, ooh, this is a very wonderful fit. So I just wanted to show it to you. Okay? This costume is called happy. It's almost like a happy. And interestingly, and people wear happy like this when they have festival, right? So it's kind of like, wow, happy and happy, and then festival. Wow, great. So I just wanted to show it to you, right? And at the same time, introducing our sister cities, all right? Okay, so today's story, Kamishibai is starting. Remember, Hyoshigi? Okay, good. I'm going to move this. And let's see. I'm going to move this in. Okay, it's organizing. This is the first one here. Okay, good. Very good. All right. Okay. So Urashima Taro. So his name is Taro Urashima. This particular story, Kamishibai story, is adapted by Ichiro Wakabayashi and illustrated Saburo Nishiyama, translated by Dana Tamaki, and publisher is Doshinsha in Tokyo. Right? Once there was a small village named Urashima. A young fisherman named Taro lived there together with his mother. The village was by the sea, so every day they could hear the sound of the waves. Za-za-za-za-za boom, za-za-za-za-za boom. Well, mother, I'm going off to fish now. I'll be home at the usual time. All right, son, please be careful. Okay? And don't come back too late. Taro went off to fish as he usually did when suddenly he heard some children shouting. Okay? Pokey little baby tortoise, we are looking for some fun. Diddly daddly, shilly shally, show us how you run. Drawing closer, Taro found a group of children teasing a baby tortoise they had just caught. What's going on here? You shouldn't tease the poor little thing. Let it go. We don't want to. This is a lot of fun. No matter what Taro said, the children would not listen. Then why don't we do this? I will give you some money. You give me the tortoise in exchange. You really mean it? Sure. After the children had run off in delight, Taro gently returned the baby tortoise to the sea. Be careful not to get caught again. And a splash! The baby turtles paddled happily out to sea as Taro watched with a smile. Now I better get busy and catch some fish or my mother will be very upset. However, on that particular day, Taro did not catch a single fish. Looking out to sea, he began to think, I wonder what countries lie beyond that vast ocean. One day I'd like to go and see for myself. Suddenly he heard someone calling his name. Taro! Taro! It was large sea turtles. Thank you for saving my little baby. In appreciation, I'm going to take you to the Dragon's Palace. What's that? It's an extraordinary palace under the sea. The princess is waiting for you, Taro. Please climb onto my back, and I will take you there. Suddenly, Taro found himself sitting on the turtle's back. Splash! The turtles dove into the sea. Down, down they went. A seaweed forest swayed gracefully in the water. Deeper and deeper they went. Taro was fascinated by the beautiful underwater scenery, which he was seeing for the first time in his life. He lost all sense of time. Look, Taro, there's a dragon's palace. Taro could see something sparkling on the floor of the sea below him. It was a magnificent building, the dragon's palace, of course. The turtles headed straight for the palace, carrying the astonished young man on her back. Taro was greeted by a beautiful princess. Welcome, Taro, to the dragon's palace. I sent the turtles to fetch you, for I've always wanted to meet someone as kind and gentle as you. Please stay here for as long as you wish. Saying this, the princess took Taro by the hand and led him through the gate. Upon entering the palace, the princess entertained him with strange and wonderful food, fascinating music, and spellbinding dancers. The first day passed as if in a dream, and then second. On the third day, the princess led Taro to a strange and mysterious room. When he opened the east window of the room, Taro heard the song of a nightingale, and a spring landscape unfolded before him. The mountains were hidden in mist, and plum and cherry blossoms were in full bloom. The branches of the willow trees, dressed in their spring greeneries, swayed delicately in the breeze. When the princess opened the south window, a beautiful summer landscape could be seen. Lotus blossoms stood out against the clear waters of pond, shaded by lush green trees. Birds swam peacefully in the sparkling waters. When the princess opened the west window, Taro saw a scene from autumn. There are mountains tinged with the brilliant red of maple trees and purple bellflowers blooming in the field of pampas grass. Wild chrysanthemums were wet with dew. When the princess opened the north window, Taro saw snowflakes falling gently from a gray-colored sky. He was looking at the scene from winter. The mountain seems to be covered with soft fluffs of cotton. From inside a house, almost buried in the snow, he could hear the sad sound of someone weaving on a loom. Tap, tap, clickety-clack, tap, tap. Oh dear, my mother. Taro was suddenly reminded of his mother and the village he had left behind. I came to the dragon's palace without telling my mother where I was going. She must be very worried about me. As Taro began to think of his home far away, he became very restless and concerned. I was hoping you could stay here forever with me, but now that you've remembered your mother, I can't keep you away from her any longer. With great sadness, the princess handed Taro a beautifully decorated box and said, "This box is a special treasure of the dragon's palace. I'm giving it to you as a present. If you want to see me again, you must promise you will never open it." And so Taro promised. Taro bid farewell to the princess and returned to his village of Urashima. But what do you think he found when he got there? In just 3 days, everything has changed completely. Houses were standing that he had never seen before. All the people he met were strangers, and no matter where he looked, he could not find his house. "Taro, you say? Who are you?" "There is no one from the village with that name." The villagers looked at him as if he did not belong there. What in the world has happened? Taro was confused and did not know what to do. "Urashima Taro, did you say? Why, my great-grandfather told me about him." Taro finally met an old man who recognized his name. One day, about 300 years ago, a man called Taro suddenly disappeared from our village. When he heard this, Taro realized that one day in the dragon's palace at the bottom of the sea was as long as 100 years on the earth. During the 3 days Taro had been in the dragon's palace, 300 years had gone by in his village. Zaboon, zaboon. Taro sat all alone on the beach. If this is a nightmare, I want to wake up. But a beautiful box the princess had given him lay before him as proof he was not dreaming. I wonder what's inside of this box. Taro was so sad and lonely that he forgot his promise to his princess and put his hand on the cover of the box. When he opened the lid, a white puff of the smoke suddenly enveloped him, and in an instant Taro turned into a white-haired old man. The box had contained all the years Taro had spent together with the princess. He knew that he would never be able to see her again. To Taro's ears, the gentle waves washing onto the shore seems to be telling him of the princess's sorrow and grief. Za 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 boom, za 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 boom. This is the end of the story. Did you like it? It's a sad story, wasn't it? Right? Okay. And I'd like to show you. I have a book here, which my mother sent me many years ago. Not 300 years ago, but many years ago. Okay. This is Urashima Taro. This is the princess. Okay. Would you like to pick? Shall I show you Dragon's Palace? Okay. Let's see Dragon's Palace. Here the Dragon's Palace. Okay. Actually, in Japanese too, that's the palace is called Dragon's Palace. It's called Ryugu-jo. Ryu is dragon in Japanese. Ryu. Okay. How about we'll see the princess is giving mysterious box to Taro. Okay. And what else? Then this old man is telling Taro, okay, his great-grandfather told him that once upon a time, long time ago, that young man called Taro disappeared. Okay. So he was the only one sort of knew about him and his family. Okay. And then in the end, and then Taro became very old man, right? Okay. So this is a book. This is not only one book. This is one of many Urashima Taro storybooks. Okay. And the different illustrations. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I put it here. And then I'd like to show you today a very simple craft. Since this is it is November, Thanksgiving is coming, so I just prepared a little bit. All right. I made a bag. Okay. Goodie bag, like this. Okay. And also I made like this. Alright. So if you don't have feathers like this, you can always cut the regular construction paper or any paper. Okay. You can color or you can add. Right. How did I do this? Okay. I made two hearts. One big heart here. One big heart here. One small heart, and then big little face, okay? And then eyes. You can always use markers, okay? Marker, and then feet, and I just glued, okay? So on Thanksgiving Day, you can collect goodies, okay? And then you can put them in here, right? And if you don't have the fancy bag like this, you can always use like brown bag. That's fine. Okay, all right. Or you can make a bag, right? Kind of simple bag. So this is today's craft. Okay, all right. And thank you so much for joining me today. And on next Friday, I am going to bring another Kamishibai story. And then I'd like to teach you thank you in different languages, all right, including Japanese, all right? So please join us next Friday, all right? So until then, be safe, all right? And then stay healthy, right? And wash your hands, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice day, all right?